Welcome to Level Yourself Up, where it's not about perfection but progress. I am recording another episode here. How are you guys doing today? I've been a little under the weather, just not feeling the best. I actually fell, hurt my back. It is healing up well, but now I've caught a cold. Just been a kind of a crazy week at work, and I've been trying to decide when I'm going to record because of the subject I wanted to record. I'm not feeling it. Though I've got a lot of stuff in it, I'm just not feeling it. So I decided I thought I would just do a topic on pushing through and overcoming challenges when you're just not feeling your best. But I was just thinking about how I need to push through. I got challenges in everyday life and how you're just not feeling the best. Now, I'm not horrible. Actually, my voice is probably a little deeper than normal. I feel pretty good. My nose is a little stuffy, but that's just where I'm at. So I want to thank you for listening to this episode. I want to encourage you to keep doing your best, to live in your life to its full potential and your purpose. I think we all have got common colds. We all get sick once in a while and you still have stuff to do and you push through. And it's finding that balance. And I think it's just, for a couple days I was denying that I was catching a cold. I think you just got to recognize and accept when you're not feeling the best. And it's okay to acknowledge your limitations. Part of letting my back heal is to not push it. And I've been real thankful for this week. I've been able to get things done, push through some of the back pain, and then kind of rest at night. I would say that right now my back is, 40% healed, or maybe I should say it's 60% healed. That's just the way it is. So I just think I had to recognize my limitations, right? To recognize what I can and can't do. And I think also it's important to break down other tasks, like any other thing, into smaller manageable steps. We've talked about this before. Just keep breaking down those tasks, what you can do. Maybe you got to break them down smaller. So they're not so overwhelming. And I think it's important to set and achieve goals within a short time frames. Again, it's important to fail fast to get things done. You don't always have to wait for perfection, but sometimes it's just pushing through, getting things in place, and then that continuous improvement cycle. When you're doing this, think about what it takes to take care of yourself, self-care. If you don't put on your oxygen mask first, you can't serve anybody. And that goes when you don't feel good. Make sure you're eating and drinking your fluids right. Make sure you're taking vitamins. And, if you ultimately have to take the day off and shut everything down, move appointments out, then that's what's necessary. But take care of your self-care. And I think it's important to take intentional breaks and work on to know that when you take breaks, it's okay, especially when you don't feel good. It's good to get away and maybe go get some hot tea or coffee and whatever it is you need. I think it's also important just to keep reaching out to your friends and family and let them know that just to pray for you, to support you, to encourage you when you don't feel good. And this might mean, I've been focused on sickness, but maybe it's just when you're down and out. We all have days when we are bummed out and had a bad day. So don't be afraid to reach out to your spouse or your friends and loved ones and just say, hey, I'm having a bad day, and maybe you need a hug. Maybe you just need to get out of the changer cycle and go do something fun. Maybe you need to just go to bed early and shut it all down. I think you got to figure out what works for you, and don't feel guilty about it. It'd be different if you're laying in bed all the time and not getting things done. I think it's important to let people know that you're not feeling the best, and maybe you're not 100%, so they understand and they can have grace and peace and mercy. Think about your self-care. Maybe that's making sure you get adequate rest. Maybe that's getting enough sleep and allowing your body time to recover. Keep your hydration with your water, teas, broths, and things to support your immune system. Keep consuming, good food that's healthy for you. Maybe if you're feeling bad, maybe just cut down on your hard exercises, or maybe that's the time to hit it hard for you. It's all up to you. Listen to your body. I think it's also very important to practice mindfulness. Just meditate, do some deep breathing, do everything you can to relieve your stress and promote your relaxation. And I've been really getting into breathing exercises, the Wim Hof method mostly. Also been doing cold showers, and I probably am working myself up to colder showers, but I find that's good. It's been helping my back. That cold water helps the inflammation. I think it's important to think about avoiding things to avoid are focusing too hard on yourself, pushing too hard, feeling guilty for taking breaks. I think you got to watch your caffeine and sugar intake at these times, because it can just kind of put you up on a high and can affect your sleep. I think there's something good about just taking a shower. Sometimes when you don't feel good, you just want to crawl in a hole, so to speak, and I think it's good to stay moving and get yourself in a shower. And I think it's also important, if your conditions don't get better, then don't be afraid to go to the doctor. It's one thing to fight a cold and just you feel and you may be emotionally just tired and wore out. But if you truly don't feel good and the signs are getting worse, maybe you need to go see a doctor. Kind of summarize, just acknowledge your feelings, keep prioritizing your task, and don't be afraid to break down your task into smaller, manageable details, and keep practicing self-care and seek support. I think we all face challenges, and it's okay to ask for help. I think sometimes we're all afraid to ask for help. It's easy to want to force yourself to go through things, and I think back when I had COVID, sometimes you just got to shut it down because you physically can't walk across the room. So listen to your body. When you just got a common cold, it's not that big of a deal. We can still operate at probably 90 to 90% of our, being. This podcast is going to be super short, and I just want to express my gratitude for you listening. I want to invite you to give feedback on this episode and my other episodes that are out there. If you got any suggestions, please email me at john@levelyourselfup. If you would like to schedule a meeting, maybe I can help you overcome some of your setbacks. I'd be glad to work with you. Don't be afraid to reach out. All right, my friends. Until next time, God bless.